Hey everybody, my name's Jason Creel and you're watching The Lawn Care Life. Well, it's the end of the year and I sat down and started working through my taxes. I do a lot of my bookkeeping myself, not something I particularly enjoy, but I go meet with a CPA who handles my year-end taxes. And guess what? As I work through the numbers, I figured out that I actually had my best year in the lawn care business, and really excited about that. On one hand, I'm excited. On the other hand, it means I'm probably going to have to send some checks to my federal and state government for taxes. So in this video, I'm going to give you 4 reasons why it was my best year. There's probably more reasons. I may think of another reason before I finish the video, but at the moment, I've got 4 in my mind. So let's get started with 4 reasons why I just finished my best year in the lawn care business. Number 1 reason I want to talk to you about is the different mindset I had. I read a book this year, or listened to a book, and I mentioned it at some other time, maybe it was year 4, I don't remember, but it's called Profit First, and it's an interesting book. The guy who wrote it is very energetic and has a lot of good common sense when it comes to small businesses. I'll put a link to the book in the description if you want to check it out, but I listen to those books while I'm working on Amazon Audible. But the whole concept behind the book basically was, as businesses, you want to take out your profit first, you know. He has a system how you set up bank accounts and do, and to be honest, I hadn't done all that, but I think it did help my mindset of just thinking like I'm going after profit. Because here's what happens a lot of times: I get to the end of the year, and this, I think, the way I used to think and the way other people think. I get to the end of the year and I think, oh, I think I had a good year this year. I'm gonna owe taxes, so I need to go buy something expensive that I can write off so that I won't owe as much taxes. Well, that's not necessarily a terrible strategy. A couple years ago, I bought a new truck for the first time in my life, and that definitely made a huge difference in my taxes. But the reason I bought a new truck was because I needed a truck for my business. I didn't just go buy it for the tax write-off. And I think the whole idea, and he mentions in the book, was basically that, you know, it's actually a good thing if you owe taxes. It shows that you're making money. Now, we want to obviously take advantage of whatever tax deductions we can, and you don't want to be cheating on your taxes and things like that. I know some people say, you know, some people say, I don't want to ever pay any taxes. Well, I personally don't see how you do that unless you're just doing some stuff illegal as a lawn care business owner. But it was, for me, again, I was just shifting my focus, just saying, you know what, I'm not worried about the taxes at the end of the year. I'm trying to make as much money as I possibly can. If I need some new equipment, new supplies, whatever, I go buy it. But if I don't, I'm just going to keep making money. What I've got, the trucks I have are in good shape. The sprayers I have, the ride-on spreaders I have, they work fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't need to upgrade at the moment to be any more efficient. Now, down the road, maybe it will make sense when I'm expanding my business. I reach a certain capacity, or the equipment just starts to show wear and tear. Maybe it'd be time to upgrade. And if I get a tax deduction for that, obviously I want to take full advantage of that. But I don't want to just spend money for the sake of a tax deduction. And I think not doing that this year led to my highest bottom line that I've had yet. The second reason I want to mention is just improving my route density, and that's something that we talk about a lot, but honestly it should be happening almost automatically each year that you remain in the lawn care business, because it just makes sense. If I had 20 customers in a neighborhood and I picked up 5 more, then now I've got 25, and that's less drive time to get from one to another. So I mean, this is something you want to make an emphasis on. If you have good neighborhoods, then continue to try to stockpile customers in those neighborhoods. If you have areas where you don't have a lot of customers, you might need to try to add some to make it worth your while to go there, or consider possibly just getting rid of those customers. And I don't typically like just to drop them for nothing. You maybe can refer them to somebody if you know somebody that's closer to that area that can provide good service for them. So but anyway, the route density is improving, and that's a good thing, because in weed control fertilization, your chemicals and fertilizer, stuff like that, is what's expensive. But the other thing is just time and gas and driving around and labor, and all that adds up too. So you want to keep those things at a minimum, and improving route density is one way to do that. A third thing I want to mention of why it turned out to be a good year for me was just multiple streams of income. That's a term that I became familiar with a long time ago, but wasn't exactly sure how to execute it in my business. And part of what I do on YouTube is part of that, but just figuring out how can I take what I do, lawn care, and make money in it in multiple different ways. And so a lot of that happens, again, for me on the internet, through YouTube, through selling products on the website Lawn Care Life. I've got digital products, video courses, we do logos, marketing letters, things like that. I started doing coaching this year, one-on-one coaching, group coaching, do a Lawn Care Life conference, things like that, that I could not necessarily reinvent myself, but just take what I'm already doing and figure out how to make more income doing that, and also be a benefit to other people as well. So for you, it may not be doing that, or maybe it is, but it could be thinking of, you know, what are you doing now, and how can you think about how to bring in more income without necessarily starting a whole new side of your business. Maybe that's what you want to do, and you want to bring in, you know, if you're mowing, start doing weed control and fertilization, or if you're doing weed control, start mowing, or start doing landscaping, or, you know, maybe you might have some ideas. I'm just saying, for me, that was a big help, having, yes, the direct money coming in from just out working in my business, but also having money coming in from other sources through what I do on the internet. And the last reason I want to mention, and this may be probably the simplest, but I think probably the most important one to walk away with, and I want to say what it is first. Now, I've got a quote in my head I may mess up, but I think it's something that's stuck with me. But the whole principle is that you just stay at it and you keep going out there and working day after day. And there's nothing flashy about that. That's not, you know, I don't have a secret sauce or just some special day that happened to me this year where my business tripled or anything like that. It's more about just getting up every morning and doing the things that you need to do to continue to grow your business, whether that be marketing and just continue to keep a good reputation up so that you can get word of mouth and continue to provide excellent service to my customers. And I think more than anything, that's probably what helps in my business. And the quote I wanted to mention to you, I heard this in a book, and I may get this wrong, but it was something to the extent of this: that amateurs sit around waiting for inspiration, but professionals just get up and go to work. And I love that. Again, I wish I could say remember exactly how it was, but I think we can sit around and just think, oh, if I only had this one thing happen to me that would make me successful. Why does somebody else seem to have all the good fortune happen to them? There's a lot of theories of why things happen to certain people and don't to others, and I certainly have my opinions. But the point is, if you will just get out there and go to work and not sit around waiting and thinking, and you just, like I said, the professionals not sit around waiting on inspiration. I'm not saying I don't need inspiration or motivation or somebody to encourage me, or I don't get down. I think those things are important, but most of the time it's just a matter of waking up and going out there and doing the things that I know I need to be doing in my business. And if I'll do those consistently, then success can happen. And I tell you what, lately it kind of hit me the other day. We're trying to do some work on our property and add on to our house, and you know, all that kind of stuff gets expensive. But I thought, you know what, I was re-energized about my business, because I thought I've got a good job that pays pretty well, and I enjoy doing it more than I think most people enjoy their normal jobs. And I'm able-bodied to do it. I'm still young enough and healthy enough and can get out there and do it and be successful at it. And so I thought I need to take advantage of that, because I don't know how long that'll last. You know, 20 years from now, if I can do what I'm doing, I probably will be a little slower at it. I'm not saying I couldn't still do it, but I know right now that I have energy and time, and I enjoy what I'm doing. And so I just got out there and I said, you know, so let's get after it. Let's go. Let's make it most while we can and see what happens, and just continue to grow it. And you know what? I've just finished up 2019. 2020 is off to a great start as well. So, you know, maybe I'll do a video like this a year from now, and 2020 will have surpassed 2019. But time will tell. Got to get up early tomorrow. Got to go meet with my accountant and tell him how much I have to give the government. So I hope this video has been helpful. I'm Jason Creel. I'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell beside the subscribe button, and go check out the resources available for you at lawncarelife.com. Talk to you later. Bye.